So for many people, I think it's pretty obvious when you start shooting film, it could get pretty expensive. Of course, to mitigate, some of the costs related to film photography, one thing you do is actually scan your own negatives. Instead of bringing it to your dedicated camera store or your local lab, you can actually scan them yourself. Not only are you saving money by scanning your film on your own, you have more control on the images you finally get once you've scanned them. Welcome to Nostalgia, and today I'm showing you how I scan my film, how I get the borders, and also how to avoid those Newton rings.
What it do, baby?
So to begin, I really won't be talking about 35mm film because personally, I'd rather have the lab take care of those because you have most of the time 36 exposures. So it's a lot more time scanning that type of negative. And also, I feel like flatbed scanners are not necessarily the best image quality wise when you're working with 35mm film. There are a lot of people that do get good results using flatbed scanners, but me personally, I've had mixed results. Other people that I know that have scanned 35mm film using flatbed scanners have also had mixed results. So I personally will only talk about 120 film and how it relates to scanning it. And one of the reasons why I only scan 120 film is actually because, well, with my Mamiya RZ67, I get 10 exposures. So I'm only spending that much work on only 10 pictures. So the gear I use is the Epson V600. It's a flatbed scanner that is, I would say, a budget flatbed scanner. It's not really expensive. You can find them between, if you're lucky, $100 to up to $200. And I think it's a great scanner, honestly. It's an awesome scanner and it's not too expensive. And I also paired it with Negative Lab Pro. So the graphic designer actually for this YouTube channel told me I should maybe try using it because I had a hard time using the scanning software from Epson. The colors were never really right, and the process was a little weird to use, while Negative Lab Pro actually is a super good software when you're turning your negatives into images. Unfortunately, it will run you for $100, but I think that if you're really seriously trying to scan your film and want to get the best results, definitely look into Negative Lab Pro. Instead of using Epson's film holders, I actually only use A&R glass to scan my film because with the Epson film holders, you do not get the film border. I used to actually put my negatives flat on the surface of my Epson V600, but I would get horrible Newton rings. So that technique does not work for me. For other people it works, but I would not really use that technique. So throughout scanning film, being frustrated, using various methods to scan my negatives, I also looked into better scanning, and unfortunately better scanning did not work for me either. I couldn't scan my borders, so that was completely a useless purchase. The A&R glass that you get for 120 film is the exact same width as the negative, so you have to really be precise if you want a full border, or else you're gonna have some cuts or some lines are gonna appear because of the A&R glass. So that wasn't a proper technique. I would try to tape it, and that wouldn't work. I would take my negative and put it on top of it, and I mean that would kind of work, but still the negative would be cutting a little bit, and you would have kind of a line indicating where the where the A&R glass was. So that wasn't a proper technique to use. So I got really frustrated scanning my film, and I was about to just go back to the regular method, or maybe just bringing them back to a lab, until I actually went to my lab and explained that I had this problem of scanning my film, and they advised me to use, they gave me actually a huge piece of A&R glass that I think everybody should use, where you could actually have so much space on it. So that's what I've been using right now. Even then, I still got Newton rings, so I was really getting frustrated. I just sat down, thought about it. I went on Facebook groups related to film photography, asked questions on Reddit, and I still couldn't find how to not get Newton rings. And with this glass, if I put my film on top of it, the film would get really grainy with weird textures on it. So I had to find a method, and I thought about it. And actually, I thought about the Epson holders that they elevated the film. So I said, why not just elevate the film? So I actually used credit cards in my wallet because they were just thick enough not too much to elevate the film, and eureka, it worked. Like, I was able to scan my film without getting any unit rings, and the quality was still very, very, very good. So that being said, this is how I scan my film with no unit rings, with the beautiful borders. So first of all, I clean the scanning surface and all my material, you know, no dust, keeping it clean and stuff. And then I tape my film to the glass and put the credit cards on opposing sides to elevate the film. Sometimes I might stack one credit card, sometimes I might stack two, depending on how I tape the film. Sometimes it curves a little bit, so you have to, you know, stack up a little higher. Then I open up my Epson scan, and I actually have the Epson scan 1 version. Some people have the 2, which I guess has to do with how Mac updated, but I don't know, I still can use the 1. And with that, I go into the Epson software in my software, and I go right here and I put down the saturation to -27, because Epson likes oversaturating pictures a little bit. I turn it to professional mode, all of that, and I put it on positive instead of negative. So you're gonna scan your negative as a positive, yes. And then, you know, I uncheck everything except digital ice, because I hate dirty scans. Like, some people like it, I don't. And so for like one image, it can take, you know, around like, I don't know, like 5 minutes, depending on the DPI you put. So I always put 2400, because I think for Epson, that's the highest DPI you can go. You can go higher, but the quality's not getting better. So I think that's the highest you can go with the best quality. So, you know, I activate digital ice, and while I wait, you know, I just go and I edit other stuff, man. Like, you know, just do something else while scanning. Don't forget also, you know, to keep it in the TIFF file. So once that happens, I open up Lightroom. But what you have to do is you have to white balance actually a negative. So the border is the blackest area of, you know, the negative. That's, you know, it doesn't come in contact with light, so it's just pure black. So you use that as your white balance, and then you crop in your image just to get, you know, the image, none of that border, that sweet border we want. Then what you gotta do is actually activate Negative Lab Pro. I think it's Control N. Well, you know, you put your settings as you want. Personally, I always, you know, put the lowest possible saturation, but that's as you want. And for the border buffer, because we cropped out the border, you actually just put 0 to that. And then you're gonna have Negative Lab Pro with all the options on how you want your, you know, film to look like. So that's how you do it. That's how you get them sweet borders. That's how you get no unit rings. You know, there's other scanning methods, honestly. But for me, that's my workflow. That's how I do it. So, I mean, if you have an Epson and, you know, you don't have Negative Lab Pro and you're trying to purchase it, I would say it's a great idea. You should try it out. And, you know, tell me what you thought about the video. Tell me, do you do it a little differently when you scan your film? Do you have other methods that might be better, faster? You know, I would love to know. And, you know, check us out on Visco. Check us out on Instagram, Newnostalgiafilm. And also, you know, share, like, the video. Comment what you thought about it. You know, comment if you have other stuff to say related to film photography. And, you know, as always, keep nostalgic.